What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back. So we went back to base and upgraded our sanguinarics, so we now have 6 with that, which is quite nice. But from here, you're going to want to... Well, let's buff up first. So we're going to go into Umbral, and we're going to be fighting our way through. Once you pop this, there are some gargoyles that are just loving the idea of being your friends. So any like powerful spells you have, just throw them out. Get rid of these guys now. And then we can go ahead and pop this. Pendant of Atrophy, and exit up. Alright, when we drop down, this is just the backside of that path. So you can kill this stuff, not kill it, it's completely up to you. See, it just passes through, and then there's the thing we popped. It's shorter than I thought it was. Remember it being longer than that. Take this guy out, take the miner out. Get the fungal bowman dagger. It's a drop. And we'll kick that down. There we go. Shortcut acquired. Alright, so from here, we want to go in here. Pick up the wither arrows. Go over this way, and just run along this path. And up ahead, we are going to meet Winterberry.
Winterberry, you're my first customer today. I don't get mad. I like a long time he traded to and told me he was rude. There are lots of nasty, and that's how I just found I'm keeping it for myself.
So, looking at her inventory, you can see that she has the pendant. That's the pendant the dude has been looking for. So we're going to go tell him about it. Keep in mind, you need to buy all this stuff. We got to have all the jewelry to get access to the trophy. So Asteria, if you want to take a casting focus, this one could be worthwhile. Here, this one's a little bit iffy, but, you know, possibly worth it. Additional, very situational. Crossbow and ring, also situational. And then increased defense while casting sorcery is also situational. Of course, there's a respec here as well. But either way, some interesting stuff. And that she's going to move and become a merchant at the hub in just a little bit. So don't feel like you have to be able to buy all of her stuff right now. You'll have plenty of time. Instead, we're going to run back over to the path that we had just kicked down. Then we're going to proceed forward. Alright, let me just check my notes. So, take the path on the bridge, kill 2 scrubs, and then we're going to yeet the big boy off the bridge. Another lantern. We can see some baddies over there. We're going to go ahead and just... Once we can get the big guy... Oh no, I got the wrong one. That should still work. Alright, big boy is gone. We're going to buff our weapon. Ooh, we dropped the Holy Bulwark Mace. Very nice. What's this damn thing? It's in the corner. Alright, got some loots to grab. Got some nuggets. Pickaxe drop. Real loot that we want here. Delirium chunk. Very limited supply of those. Those are the final upgrade mat. Get the grenade. I believe that's everything. Chunk, nuggets, grenade. Take the side path for some loot, and then we're going to snipe the archer. I'm going to go ahead and use some clusters here. I want to build up my mana stores. So instead of going in, we'll go right here. I'm going to grab that, and then up top there, we're going to take this guy out. Once the big guy aggroes, we're just going to run along. We actually want him to come after us because we're going to yeet him the same way we did the other big guy. Oh my god! Alright, that was a bit much. I know he had a big AoE, but that seemed excessive. Did you come over this way so we can... Can you do that for me? Can you come over here? I hate these guys. Sacred Resonance Hammer assholes. Just gonna wait like all the way over here. That way if he does shenanigans like that again, we're in a good spot for it. Alright, so he's gonna die. We're gonna wait and pick up his loot. And dropped his leggings. Very nice. There should be a archer in the corner. Kill him. Grab that. Kill him. Justice. Pretty nice weapon. Doesn't have smite on it, unfortunately. But if you want to go for the strength radiance route, very solid. And Lost Barrasque's Catalyst, if you are playing an Umbral build, that is the best in slot catalyst for Umbrals. In terms of split scaling, it's all actually, if we want to be technical, it's actually the strongest catalyst in the entire game. If you were to level up, level up your Radiance and your Inferno all the way, nothing is going to put out more damage than Lost Barrasque's. So, go down this ladder, do the ladder on the right, basic bros, an archer, and a chest, then ladder down, fire, then 3 miners. Alright, so since we're already in Umbral, we may actually try and just run through this little section here, because we're really close to where we want to go. You should get iframes when you start on the ladder, and that's what we're counting on here. And after that, we can just roll down. And boom, we made it. Vestige of Lost Barrasque. So let's go ahead, rest, reset. Now that we aren't fighting for our life anymore, we'll go take our time and kill these things. So there's a little piece of candy here. There's a wither. I'm gonna try and pop it. There we go. I think there's 2 actually, but we got one of them. There we go. So we popped the withers from below. Now it'll make it much easier for us to just run up and kill everything with, no risk. And you don't have to do this. I don't even think there's any items up here. But we're gonna, I don't like just running past stuff and not tackling it. But running past stuff to get a shortcut and then working backwards to kill it, I'm all about that. Yeah, see, look at that. How we would have missed out on our small delirium fragments, which we actually have more of those coming up soon when we use the PPE key. Oh yeah, that's right, we have this chest down here. Almost forgot you. Alright, now we're looking good, and everybody is gone. I'll get us Death's Finger. And we're going to hit this, and this is actually going to connect to the other elevator. So this just gives us a... it's kind of pointless, to be honest. This should have been earlier in the level, because there's a vestige immediately below this, but, it's a great way to demonstrate the interconnectivity of the world. It just doesn't really make that much sense, But either way, we are going back to talk to to talk to Bro and tell him, hey, Winterberry is not a monster. He is in fact a person. Because if you go up to Kalroth instead, he sneaks down there and he bashes her head in with a rock, and then she's dead, and then you miss out on getting a bunch of stuff, so. Go on over here. So we're going to talk to him.
The thief's naught but an umbral-afflicted girl. Does this place look like somewhere a child could survive? Oh, I suppose I've seen stranger things in my time. All right. If there's a chance that's the case, then when I find her, I'll stay my hand. If you write a thought about Katrin wouldn't have... If you write a thought about...
Alright, so we are done with that. Let's see, you got Lost Bear Shoe. After Vestige, pop 2 parasites, elevator, talk to Winter Bear. Alright, yeah, so time for the boss. So we can just go ahead, upgrade here. More into Radiance. And then we're just going to warp back down into the depths. So talking about the boss, Harrower Dervla. Pretty easy fight. Her actual like attack patterns, they're kind of similar to that of the prosthesis knights that we fight. I'm going to grab the Exactor Dagger. We actually need to go in this fight and die once because we have to summon Kukujin for her stupid quest. But to talk a little bit more about it, phase 1, super easy. She's going to fight like a knight. She's going to shoot some arrows at you. Those are pretty easy to dodge. She'll do like a little volley of arrows just to show some stuff. Like how I'm like, it's really easy, and then I get hit in the face. I'm just going to Unga Bunga her, and we'll see if she can kill me. So she'll do a jump back and like a volley of umbral shots. Oh, this is the volley. And then she does that volley, and so you just rush up on her. And that's really like it for her first phase. Just gonna make these little umbral AoEs. See, she has a lot of the movesets that the knights have. Phase 2 is where things get a little bit harder. The little girl up top that's like trying to buff her occasionally is going to basically crawl into her corpse and fight. She gains a blade beam. She has these 2 nails that'll hover around her, and they can be thrown at you. They can do like a like a line of nails that come towards you. They can knock down the columns, which expose parasites. I'm still not sure what exactly the parasites do, to be completely honest. I've been trying to figure it out. As far as I can tell, the parasites don't do anything. Put on poison salts. They're going to make this fight super easy, though. In phase 2, she has this whole thing where she will basically try to heal. She'll try to heal, and she's going to vacuum up stuff, but all the healing that she receives is considered withered health. So if she's poisoned, that doesn't matter, because poison tick will negate out wither health. So anyway, go ahead and summon up Kukujin. And then we are going to put on some minor holy salts. And we'll go in and we'll just beat her down. Kukujin also has poison on her blade, so it's just going to be even extra poison. Where's my stuff at? See the wombo combo right now. Just absolutely bodying her. So yeah, this little girl will freeze herself. Gonna put on our poison salts. When she does the blade back away a little bit, as you can see, it's gonna do some damage. But besides that, I mean, the nails are the only thing you really need to watch out for. She has a couple of swipes, but not particularly hard, I feel. And especially with Kukujin's here, you're going to be just putting out damage so fast. Here are the nails. The nails should focus on Kukujin for the time being, so we can instead focus on just getting big damage in.
I'm better than this.
So that's the series of nail slams she does. Kind of want her to try and heal. Trying to do a blade blast. You can see we're not even really like, we're not doing much here. We're literally just like unga bungaing the boss down, but with some faith weapons. So not, like I said, not a particularly hard fight in my opinion. I think you can get through this one pretty easy. After taking out Dervla, though, we of course got to pay the troll toll. You want to go up top. Grab the stigma. And then over here, it says Seek Scourings. This is where we would begin the trigger for the secret ending of the game. Now, to discuss that a little bit, basically, we are going to go into the Umbral Realm by doing that. Once we're in there, we need to progressively open up platforms. One platform is going to require Damaros. One platform is going to require the blacksmith. You know, and we just keep, NPCs keep sacrificing themselves to these platforms over and over again until we eventually get the end. Now, good things about doing this end. Well, we get to fight a alternate boss to the regular final boss, and I actually think the regular final boss is kind of disappointing, so I'm excited to see this new boss, which I haven't yet. I will in the prep before we get there, of course. But on top of that, we get a rather unique ending. Now, the downside, obviously, since Damaros is one of the first people we need for this quest, we can't complete her quest all the way. Now, to talk a little bit about this, Damaros' questline is pretty straightforward. We've done it up until now, and we have the Infernal Enchantress flesh, the Sperm Progeny flesh. After we kill the Light Reaper, we give her the Light Reaper flesh, and that's basically the end of her questline. After that, we encounter her towards the end of the game. She gives us her weapon, and then at the very end of the game, there's an NPC that we would have to interact with, and she has replaced that NPC and has become part of like the sacrifice to Adyr. So that questline is pretty easy to actually wrap up, and we of course are going to be talking about that. You know, when we approach those points in the walkthrough, we'll be discussing that. However, because we're going for the hitting ending, unfortunately, we're not going to actually be able to progress that. We're not going to be able to, you know, actually take that quest to completion, because we're going to have to sacrifice her. So we're going to get as much as we can, and then talk to her and give her, you know, squid head. So where we're at now, a couple things. Let's see. First, let's go over to Ukajin.
A pleasure.
Pay the bigger. Alright, now I need to find Winterberry. I believe they're over here. In the prep, I didn't complete this in the prep, so I'm not sure where exactly they moved to, but I know it is in the crypt, which this is the crypt, so I'm assuming they're down here, but we're going to confirm that real fast. Crypt is more Umbrella line, so it would make sense that they're down here. Question is, where exactly did y'all go? It might be the crypt up top. I mean, I would say this is the crypt. Well, anyway, they should be here somewhere. I'll need to run around and confirm their locations. Unless he just hasn't moved yet, but I assume he has. Other stuff that we can do for sure right now, though. Let's see. We got to turn in the item from Damaros, so we'll go take care of that. Oh, no, we already took care of Damaros. We want to turn in the book over here.
And Dervla is good. There can be no, for they can plead no. A ravage, while the dark, as you can see, has a form
Didn't
of
turn that in
heritage.
earlier, but that should give him access to some cool stuff. Sometimes you gotta refresh it a few times. Still not showing it. Once we refresh, he should have it. Let me go. We'll go rest, and that'll refresh his inventory. We can also upgrade our weapon all the way. Alright, our Pieta sword is now max tier. It's quite nice. We don't have the stuff we need to upgrade our catalyst or anything else further, but that's okay. We're gonna get his key for free. Just a little bit here. So, let's take a look at our new umbral eyes here. We have deal damage upon executing a perfect block. Could be interesting. I do block fairly often. Going down to Remembrance, we have a bunch of stuff here with her. Harrower Dervla's sword, her crossbow, Martyrdom, and Barrage of Echoes. I'll need to try those out on my other build. Hopefully they're good. Let me confirm over the notes here. Oh, Byron, whenever they moved to Skyrest Bridge's crypt as their final location, and Winterberry is available as a vendor. Byron has moved and taken her with his protection. They're going to keep the pendant. So I don't know why they're not here. Let me confirm that he has moved and he's not at his spot anymore. If he's not at the hoist, he should be here. Worked. He has not moved yet.
Right, thought Captain wouldn't have ignored.
Alright, well, he has not moved yet, and I can. See, now I'm hesitant because there's a thing I want to do. Don't know how to force him to move exactly. So instead, we are. I don't know why he hasn't moved yet, but instead we're gonna do something later, and we will warp over here to the start of the mines. Okay, and we're gonna open up this. This is the sunless skein door. Going out here, there's a couple basic enemies we can take out. We'll just run down and hit them. It's a Rogar and a dog, so we can just plunge and... This is going to get us another Saintly Quintessence for another upgrade. See this sorceress off in the distance. Once you get the lock on, just blow her up. So I wanted to get our free PPE key, or PPK key, but that might lock him out of his quest, which if that's the case, we don't want to know the exact effects of that. Alright, so around the corner here. Absolutely obliterate him. And there's a couple different loots here that we can get that are like in the fire. But we're gonna kill him off. Round up the corner. Should be another dog as well that we want to kill. There's the dog. And there's really no point to do this, but we'll go down and open it anyway. So you may remember we found a door a bit earlier, and that is this right here. This is the sunless skein door, next to where that umbral bridge that we were crossing and the infernal sorceress, just to kind of piece together the map. So this is right before we made the jump to go to the alehouse. Cheeky ass. Once you're good though, go ahead and enter umbral. And we're just gonna use the umbral form. Makes it a little bit easier to grab the loots. You can still die in the lava, but it's a little bit easier to grab them with the fires died down some. Really? Oh my god. I guess I hit the lava point. It's whack. Well, it's easy to get back over there, though. This kind of works out because we were gonna run back in just a second anyway to do the second half of this. Alright, let's try this again, except not die to the lava this time. Alright, that's literally where I was just walking, but somehow it killed me last time. It's bullshit. Go up here. Go up here. Go. Big old cluster of upgrade mats. And the last part is just right here. Just go over here and we grab this goodie. Now real fast, this is just more of my own curiosity. I want to see, do you respawn here? Okay, yeah, he does. So if you want to farm up his set, there you go. But we are actually going to make our way down. Go over here. I don't think they're going to path this far to chase me. We're going to make a left this time. First, we're going to go up. This is going to get us over here to grab the nuggets. It's basically like a short little section with a buttload of upgrades. We'll take him down. We'll heal. We can kick this if we want. That'll connect us back to where the proselyte was. It's adding even more interconnectivity. go ahead and kill the face. And after face is dead, we can exit, and we should be good. Dog Rogar, 3 loots by fire. The SSK door up for the upgrades. Make a left and head down. Swing on the left for the Ruiner, Pop Umbral, Saintly, Quintessence, and kill face. And we are done. So, all that, we can go ahead. We'll pop this Vestige Moth. And that's just going to bring me back over to base. With that, I can go ahead and get back to Skyrest, get another upgrade, and we are ready to go to the next area. Now, the only other thing that I had notes for that we're not going to do just right now.
I understand that, but don't be unfortunate. And his, after all.
So there is the Pilgrim's Perch Key. There's a couple doors attached to that, and we could definitely get that right now. But as soon as we gain access to Upper Kalroth, the commander over here is going to leave. He's going to bail, and he's going to leave that key. So, you know, instead of spending 9,500, we'll just wait and we'll get it for free. But going up there also force advances Byron's quest line. So I'm going to do... Byron will likely advance anyway when we proceed to the next zone. Wow, I'm so close. Let me try and pop a skull here. So we'll hold off on Byron for now. That quest line should be done in theory, but we'll wait. We're not gonna.
In Radiance, judgment.
I'm not gonna go anywhere that could potentially mess that up for now. So, and that's the area I'm talking about. Is that lift back down in the mines that we talked about? That would force advance that quest line. So we're not gonna do that for the time being. But either way, up next we have the Fiefdom of the Chill Curse. So the Frost region. From there, Path of Devotion, trip over to Upper Kalroth, Mance, Tower Penance, Abbey, Empyrean, and then we're making our way into the home stretch. So stay tuned, and we will catch you with the next major zone in the next episode.